on Sotex as of now. And now quickly, I would like to start by introducing Gagan. Gagan, who joins us as the member also of the team, Sotex, is actually an industry consultant. And he has been a marketing consultant and a trainer and a serial entrepreneur with about 21 years of experience in the marketing, and has had over 8 years of experience in training, with the sole passion of helping people to make the difference in their business and present themselves better. Gagan holds an MBA degree in marketing and has a diploma in French language and literature, and is a certified trainer from L. Harv Aker Success Resources America. He's also a trainer at Business Networking International, BNI, and is also a registered marketing consultant with the United Nations. He's a founder of Go for Growth Consulting with the focus on building marketing strategies for the organization, and has built a revolutionary app called Zero VMS, which is for the exhibition space for the participants there. He also is a co-founder of Winning Mantra, which is focused for export growth and training and consulting. With over past 18 years, he has helped more than 340 companies build their strategies and has trained over 38,000 entrepreneurs. Gagan is a senior director consultant and a head of training at BNI Gurgaon, and is part of the national training team and is a member of International Board of Advisors. So a lot of accolades to Gagan, and the kind of experience and the knowledge he carries with him. Besides that, he's also a fitness freak and is an avid reader with a keen interest in the space science and passion for training. Gagan has now dedicated his time to fully make marketing more fruitful for business owner. So without taking too much of time, guys, I would like to call Gagan. And Gagan, now it is all yours now.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sonal, for this wonderful introduction. And there's one thing which I would definitely like to talk is I am proud to be on with Sotex team, helping plan various strategies around Sotex and Sotex Connect. So it is an absolute pleasure working on this journey together, Sonal. Thank you so much. It has been wonderful. Let me now share my presentation and talk about marketing, talk about how you can make a difference in marketing, and talk about how can we really make sure that our marketing, our plan is going forward with regards to our business. How can we really grow? And for that, I would request you one thing. You would please, if you can, now it is the time when we are starting this particular session. The session will not take more than an hour, so we will try and finish it within the hour. But I want you to take some notes during this time. It is very critical, because every time you do a session, you get some ideas, you get some thoughts. So take some notes. Along with that, be with me on the chat box. Yeah, there are more than what 100 people in the room right now. So I need to see few people active on the chat with me. Type in yes for me in the chat box if you can hear me and you can see that we have already started. So type in yes for me in the chat box. And along with that, I would request you, if you're logging in from phone, which is okay, but apart from that, keep the phone distractions away. You can, I'm sure, for your business, dedicate your time, specifically this 1 hour on your business when you want to learn about marketing. So let's first see what all we are going to talk today. Today, we are going to understand the difference between marketing and branding. Then we are going to go and understand the importance of branding. Along with that, we will see why marketing is important for you. And then 3 types of people to communicate with in marketing, who are the only 3 people you will ever need to talk to. And then the 5 laws of marketing, critical for your business. Very, very critical. We will understand that, followed by 6 channels of marketing, which small big business owners can use and influence a lot of people. And then we will also talk about ways of winning your customers, and then finding the balance in marketing. These are some of the things which we will be understanding today in the next 1 hour. And now, moving forward, let's see the difference between the brand and marketing. We know, and a lot of times we end up we end up confusing brand and marketing. Sometimes we say I need branding, sometimes we say I need marketing. What is the difference? Let's first understand the difference between the two, and then we are going to talk about what exactly is marketing. First of all, your brand is actually in fact, the branding is the first target for you to do. Your brand is like a makeup. When you go to a party and you make up yourself, similarly, when you are preparing your company to go out and to be able to be visible to everybody, it has to be make up well, which means what you need to do is you need to make sure that it is good looking, its logo is nice, its brochures are nice, the designs are good, and all that. That is something which is very, very critical. You need to look good, and your brand, your company also need to look good, and that in simple terms is branding. So let's see how people perceive your brand. When you go out in the market well branded, it actually becomes your personality, it actually becomes your identity. This branding gets you a lot of recognition. Then this branding increases brand loyalty for you. It generates continuously new customers. People identify with the brand. You know what? I know Domino's, I know Coca-Cola, right? People identify with the brand, and people, these brands then stimulate referrals. You know what? Go buy Uncle Chips. You remember so many long time brands we remember. Go buy that. It is all about the image. And because of the brand, let me tell you, a lot of people who complain on price, because of brand, you can charge a premium. And there are employees who feel proud to work with a good brand. They feel satisfied. So branding in these terms is very, very critical. And at many point of time, I will request you to click some photographs of your screen or take screenshots. This is one screenshot which you need to take. You must understand why you need to make your company well branded, well good looking, because if it doesn't look good, it won't sell good. That's very, very important. And now that we've understood about what branding is, let's understand what is marketing. Marketing is the action of promoting and selling products or services, right? So basically it's the action of taking your brand to the people. So you do a good branding, and the action of taking your brand to customers is called marketing. So you use various methods to promote your brand. In simple terms, that is marketing. What are the various ways you're going to reach your potential customers is marketing. So now let's see 5 reasons why marketing is important. But let me also tell you why I'm saying this and why I want to talk about the importance of marketing, because it is one of the very ignored segments in the business, by the way. People do not brand themselves well. They are using just 1 or 2 channels of marketing, and this is where they do not get good business. This is where they do not get many leads. And then one channel closes because of some reason, they feel bad about it, or they are not able to do anything. They're helpless because they haven't invested in new channels. Today, we will be talking about all these channels. So let's understand 5 reasons why marketing is important. Marketing helps you stand out. Marketing helps you build a lot of authority in front of people. It helps you build trust. Continuous marketing helps you build trust, and it helps you reach the right audience. Ultimately, it is this marketing, the continuous marketing is what it helps you sell, right? This is something what we do. 5 reasons why marketing is super, super critical for you. Now, we've spoken about marketing. Let's also talk about what kind of marketing we need. Marketing, when we talk about, it's actually 2 kinds. And I want to take you to a place. A lot of you would have already gone there. I want to take you to a slot machine in a casino. What does a slot machine in a casino does? A slot machine in a casino, what it does is that you put $1 in it and you play, and something will happen, something might not happen. It keeps rolling in the hope that you will hit a jackpot, right? Sometime later, after spending few dollars, you will get some cents, little cents which come out of it. Well, that's good. Sometime later, okay, you will put another $1, more dollars, some more cents will come out of it. What happens as a result of that is, in the hope that a lot of money will come out, you would have already spent many dollars. By the end of the day, you would have already spent $100 and hardly any money has come out, right? Incidentally, for a lot of us, marketing also is like that. It's a casino machine strategy where we are putting money, and money, not realizing that it is not giving us that kind of a return which it should have, right? So we in business do not need a casino machine strategy. In business, we do not need a casino machine strategy. We need an ATM machine strategy. What does an ATM machine does? An ATM machine simply what it does, every time you put up a card, whatever amount you have requested, the money comes out. So if you do it like this, if you do marketing, let's look at it from the marketing perspective. If you put money in marketing like that, it comes every time, it gives you returns. That is the laser focused communication and marketing is something what we need. And this is the ultimate aim. So my request to you is, whenever you are doing anything, you need to just keep telling yourself, is this a casino machine strategy I'm adopting or an ATM machine strategy I'm adopting? If it is not an ATM machine, that's not the place I want to give you. If you're not sure what kind of return I'm going to get with this kind of marketing, you are not going to go there. That's what you need to do. Learn the methods and then use it like an ATM machine. That's something which is very, very important. And another thing which is very, very critical in your marketing strategy is, over a period of time, build trust of the people. You get business, you get paid, your products are sold only when your brand is trusted, only when your brand is known to the people. And that is something which is very, very critical. People need to trust you. People need to believe that you are a wonderful company. And if they do not believe that, believe you me, they are not going to come back to you for buying. So critical to build trust slowly and slowly. Whatever business you are doing, you make sure that your customers are floored by the way you do things to them, so that they always come back to you. And now let's talk about what are the 3 areas what you need to look. Whenever we talk about marketing and whenever we talk about this ATM machine strategy, there will be 3 areas which you need to look at in any marketing strategy. Always 3 things. Okay, 3 kinds of people. The only 3 people you need to address in marketing. Forget anybody else. Let's talk about the only 3 people. Let me talk about the first kinds. The first kinds are what we called as the prospects. Now, prospects are the set of people who are not known to you. You don't know them, they don't know you, but you know that they are my potential buyers, right? So what you need to do is, you need to think a strategy, the way of communication to them is completely different. With them, the usual process of engagement is that in the first meeting, you do not sell. In the first meeting, in the first interaction, or in the first interaction can happen on digital marketing as well. You just make sure that they get to know you, they get to be aware of you, and aware of you in a manner which is super interesting, which is super important and credible. Once they are aware of you, the next step of selling can come later. But my recommendation to you guys, please do not try and sell anybody in the first meeting. They are your prospects, and your idea is that so that they get to know about you. My post today on LinkedIn says exactly that. Today, you do not need to sell in the first meeting. That's something which is very important. And with prospects, there could be various kinds. Now, these prospects, whenever we are trying to communicate to them, these prospects may be differentiated or can be differentiated based on your various target segments. I will talk about target segments in just a while. So every target segment will have a different kind of prospect. That's number 1. The second kind of people is our leads. Out of these prospects, some people may tell you, you know what, I am interested. Some people may show interest in you. The people who show interest in you move into another phase of marketing for you. And that phase is called the lead phase. They become your lead, because eventually they are going to lead you into business. into closures, right? With these people, the communication is completely different. With these people, the communication is around USP, your credibility, your capacity, the way you present, the intangible factors, the way you deal with them, how quick you are in your responses. All these factors are all about leads. And out of these leads, some of the people will get super impressed with you. And these people who get super impressed with you will become your customers. And that is the third phase. These people, the customers, are the people whom you do not need a single kind of communication. You need another round of communication. First of all, you deliver them a wonderful experience. But with your customers, there is another very important strategy required. Why will that customer come back to you to give you more business? Is something which is of the utmost importance, which we need to keep in mind. How that customer comes back. Many times you do business with a customer. If you have delivered a great service, they will automatically come back to you. But if you haven't, they will not. So one thing, service. Second, sometimes customers naturally forget. They go out of the need. Are you trying enough so that they come back to you? That is something which you need to do. And there's a different communication required than a prospect or a lead. And the third thing is, why will your customer who had worked with you 1 year before want to refer you today? The customer can refer you, and they are the best ones to refer you. Why will they refer you? There's a different communication for that. So today we will be talking about these three different kinds of communications which are critical in any business. So my friends, remember, there will always be just three kinds of people you will need to address. If you remember these three, you will always have your communication right. You will never go wrong with your communication. Please write down, click another picture of this. As I said, there will be sometimes I will request you to click pictures. This is one such slide where you need to understand in your business, there are three different people, not a single communication, three different communications to be created. And what do you really communicate to them? You communicate to them basis the laws of marketing, which I will tell you now. Okay. You communicate to them basis how do I differentiate my business into various segments. First of this segment, first of these laws is around the niche marketing, the law of niche marketing. Do you know that the biggest mistake which people do in marketing is try and tell everything to everyone? Now that is one big mistake. And the second thing, what they do is telling everyone everything in one go. One, they want to tell everything to everyone, and second, telling everything in one go. They are so eager to tell that they will just inform everything in one go. Not a good strategy. The people need a piecemeal strategy. So what must be done when it comes to the strategy? My request to you is you need to divide segments to talk about a message. Divide your business, divide your products into various segments, and then learn to limit the information in one segment. Let me give you an example of a photographer. Okay, let's say a photographer photographer can have many segments in their business. Simple example, I'm giving it to you. A photographer may have, so he needs to define, I have a commercial photo shoot, I have a wedding photo shoot service, I have a baby photo shoot, and I have a profile photo shoot, and I have an architectural photo shoot. So if you notice, commercial photo shoot is machines, the profile photo shoot is people, wedding photo shoot is a function, baby shoot is a baby shower and all that, and architectural photo shoot could be a building or a mall or something like that. What you need to do is that you need to tell the machine guys only limited information related to machine. To a people who are talking about wedding, information only related to wedding. That is one single strategy. A wedding guy does not need to know about machines or about the buildings. They are just concerned about the wedding. So if you learn to limit this information, people will be more receptive to your communication. And isn't that what you want in your business? Always make your clients be receptive. They are focused onto you. But if you tell them too many things, they will be not interested. So make them interested by telling them very simple, straightforward things rather than too many things. So that is one very, very critical strategy. And once you have decided what are the various kinds of products do you have, you now need to decide that who is my target customer within that product. Define your target customers for each niche. When I said product categories, those were niche categories. Okay, you need to define your customers. Okay, now let's talk about the photographer example. If I'm talking about machine photography, I am looking at marketing managers. If I'm talking about wedding photography, I am talking about a bride's father or a groom's father. If I'm talking about a photography of babies, I need the baby's parents, newborn, new parents, right? So tell me, how can the communication be different? You need to define their persona, age, location, business type, define their buying behavior. When do they need my product? And how do they buy is something we need to look at. So it is very, very critical for you not only to define what kind of products I have, you also need to define what kind of target segment I have, and then do a laser focus strategy, because that strategy will make sure that you are getting results from your marketing. This is ATM machine strategy, my friends. This is ATM machine strategy. Other strategies, telling everything to everyone to one go, is a casino machine strategy. You do not need the casino machine strategy. And how do you get them heard? Now that you have chosen your market, right? You talk to them, you convey the message, you communicate to them, but never communicate to them without being very, very focused and clear about your differentiation, about your USP, about what you do, right? For example, my mantra, my focus in Go for Growth Consulting is all about, I will make sure that people get differentiation, right? I will make you stand out of the competition. That's my mantra. That's my focus. For you, you need to also make your own identity, which is not as same as competitors. We are so much, most of the exhibitors, let me tell you, most of the people, 97% of businesses, actually, they are into a Me Too business. What is a Me Too business? They want to do everything which is similar to their competitor. And that is not a good strategy. You are very different and you need to show how you are different. You need to show, the photographer example I'm taking, how you are a different photographer than every other photographer in the market, right? And a lot of times people say it is all about quality, price, range, and timely delivery. No, it is not just about that. You need to see why customers come back to you. Let me give you an example of the USP. It is a very interesting example. Recently, we were talking, I was building a strategy for a marketing, for a HVAC consultant. And what they said was that our return rate after the HVAC installations which have happened, people who come back for after sales problems are 89% less. I said, wow, that is the level of your planning and training within the teams. So, and installations, that your complaints are 89% less. And we made this as the USP. Their complaints from the installations is 89% less. It really became a rage, and he started getting so much of business just because of that. I would highly recommend you that you need to also define a USP. My dear friends, please, I would say, if you can, on the chat box, please type in what is your USP. What do you think is unique? And please do not tell me about quality, price, and timely delivery. It has to be beyond. Like the way I told you, how can you be 89% less complaints company, right? It makes a lot of difference. I would say you need to dare to be different, and people will buy from you. If you are able to show the difference to them, people will buy from you. And that is the most critical part. And there's another very important law after USPs. It is very critical. Always keep focus, super focus on just one brand. And that is something what is very, very important. Learn to focus on just one brand. If you focus too broadly, you dilute your message. Let me tell you, there's a company which we are assisting, and they are a company into knitwear. Okay, they are a company from Karur, and Sotex, on Sotex platform, we do keep dealing with them at times. Now that company is a master in making t-shirts, nothing else. They could be getting too many queries, but they are absolutely sure that we want to be known as one of the best t-shirt manufacturing companies or the brands. Amazing. And they are reaping benefits out of it. Their production capacity in t-shirts have become so high that they are unmatchable. Amazing. You need to keep a focus. People, frankly, do not like jack of all trades and masters of none. One brand and one message. You need to be appeared to us to be a specialist. I may go for a lot of other products to anybody else, but I know that the moment it comes to t-shirts, I have to go to just one person. And that person is that company from Karur who makes the best t-shirts I know of. They make any kind of t-shirt you want, they will make it. I know a company who supplies groundnut. Okay, only groundnut, export quality. He has 32 varieties of groundnut, but only does groundnut. That is what specialist is. If you notice brands like Coca-Cola, if you notice brand like Domino's, they are just one brand, beverage for Coca-Cola, pizza for Domino's. They have not come into full service restaurants and all that. Try and be very, very focused with your brand. It always helps. And whenever you are talking about one brand, and now it is the time to communicate to your clients, always remember one very, very critical thing. And that thing is something what we call it as what's in it for me principle, WIIFM principle. What is the Viphem principle? You can call it as a Viphem principle. Okay. The Viphem principle states that whenever you are making a communication for your customer, you need to make sure that it is all about the communication is all about the customer's benefit and not about the feature of your product. Okay, that is something what you need to plan. Now, so the benefit focus versus the product focus is the difference. The same t-shirt manufacturer which I'm talking about. Let me give you an example how it can be a benefit focus. Okay, earlier that company, the t-shirt company, when they were marketing themselves, they used to talk about the collars, they used to talk about the colors, they used to talk about the kind of buttons, they used to talk about the capacity and all that. Well, that's great, but is it about the benefit? What is the benefit? So we started looking at the benefit of the customer, and we realized that the customer's benefit was the comfort which they got wearing those t-shirts. So we started working on the comfort side of the t-shirts. We looked at various other aspects which would benefit. For wholesalers, it was a matter of quick production and huge productions, right? So we started focusing on the quick delivery to them, on-demand delivery. Now, this was the benefit of the customer which we were talking about. And we realized by just moving our focus from our features to the customer benefit, that t-shirt company started getting much more business. So always think about the customers first. What do they need is something what you need to see. How it will benefit them is something it is very, very critical to know, and create all your communication from their perspective and not your perspective. Please, my friends, you need to do this. Another photo, as I said, I want you to click is this photo. What's in it for me? It is very, very critical to click this photograph, because you will always and should always talk with the customer benefit. And the last thing, the last value proposition which I want to talk about is indeed the value proposition. Think about what kind of a value you are giving to the customer. After dealing with you, what do they get? Simple. If you notice, Sonal made a presentation some time back, and he had a clear value proposition written that after dealing with me, what are you going to get? Similarly, you need to make sure in your company, you need to always identify that after dealing with your company, what do you define to get, right? Define benefits for each of your product category. And it is not about your company's benefits which you're going to get. For each product, what it can do for the customer is something you need to define. Define benefits for each of your customers type and create a combination of all of these, right? And basis that, make a laser focused pitch for each segment. That is what is critical. whenever you are talking about your business value propositions, even in your website which you create, or your or whenever you're creating your brochures and all that, always have the value propositions standing out. After dealing with me, you get this. That is something which you cannot afford to lose. And whenever you communicate, especially when you communicate in social media, you're communicating on various other platforms, always remember the 80-20 rule of communication. Pareto principle, what it's called. 80% of the time, you will build trust and only 20% sell. Okay, critical thought. 80% of the time you will build trust. How do you build trust? By talking about your capacity, by talking about your certifications, by talking about the kind of people you have. The trust is also built up by the way you deal with them, the promptness, the branding. Branding gives you a lot of trust for that matter. And only 20% of the times you will tell selling. Let me tell you, the 80% of the times does all the trick for you. And that is something which is the winning strategy. So remember these laws of marketing, which I just now spoke, because each law can make a tremendous amount of difference in your business. And whenever you are dealing with your customers, whenever you are going to them, you always need to understand you are asking many, many questions. You're asking a lot of questions. I realized this and I learned it from Brian Tracy, that asking questions can change the way who controls marketing. Whether your competitor or whether you. If you are asking a lot of questions to your clients about their business itself, the customer will feel 10 times more comfortable in dealing with you. So you need to ask a lot of questions. Uncover the need, uncover their pain. What is that they are feeling? Whenever you talk to them like this, right, you will realize that the customer is getting into one of the buckets. You have created various buckets, various target customers, right? Asking questions help you in letting them in one of the buckets. And the moment you have the bucket, them in a bucket, you now know that, oh, this guy has fallen into my machinery manufacturing segment or machinery clicking segment. We talk about that particular pitch, right? That is how we need to crack. The impact is 10 times. The impact is 10 times when you do a laser focused pitch like that. And whenever you are creating a pitch, now this is a slide, the next slide, which I want you to click a picture of it again. Whenever you are making, what is a laser focused communication? A lot of people ask me, Gagan, what is that? What is a laser focused communication in true terms? I said, okay, let me tell you, not very difficult, very, very simple. A laser focused pitch is in a simple formula called as the PSP. Okay, I'm writing it on for you. PSP. PSP. What is the PSP? Whenever you are speaking to them, talk about, first of all, talk about what is the problem they are facing or they generally face. After that, you talk about what is the solution they are having. I'm going to post this PSP. Okay, I'm going to be writing it like that so that you know PSP. Okay, first of all, you need to understand the problem which they are facing. After that, you talk about your solution. Okay, and then you give your proof. Any communication you make, whether it's a website, whether it is a brochure, whether it is your email, this formula, the PSP formula, works everywhere globally. How? Let me give you an example. If somebody asks you, what do you do, Gagan? So I will say, you know what? I'm a marketing consultant, so let me tell you from that perspective. Okay. You know what? The problem in the industry is that people are not able to market themselves better because they don't know many channels of marketing. Okay, and they are stuck with one or two channels. That is the problem. Okay, I stated the problem. Now the solution is, our solution is that I help business owners plan marketing across 6 to 7 channels, which I will tell you now. And this gives them many more ways of getting leads. And recently, I have helped XYZ company in generating more leads from the marketing strategies. What happened in this case? I stated a problem which people are facing. I gave a solution, my solution, and then the proof is I help certain companies. Whenever you are explaining your business to somebody, always do it in this format, and it will be a killer laser focus strategy. But before that, you should have asked them these questions. As I said, always plan these questions, uncover the need, see which bucket that person is falling, and after that, you need to talk about the PSP formula, and you will always be successful. I can guarantee you, it works always. Okay, type in PSP for me in the chat box if you believe me, and if you can, if you're going to try it. Type in PSP. There are more than 100 people in the room at this point of time. Please type in PSP, because it can really change the way you will get responses from the people. Okay, let's move forward. And after talking about the PSP, I have been talking about channels of marketing. You know what? A lot of people actually face this problem. A lot of people say, you know what, sir, I am getting business from just one or two channels, and I'm facing a lot of problem with not getting too many leads. And what I've been telling them is, sir or ma'am, if there are 6 different channels or maybe 10 different channels of marketing which are available, why are you just using 1 or 2? I realize some people, and in the textile industry, frankly, many people are only using 2 channels. Okay, one, they are either sending out emails to people, and second, they participate in a trade show. These are the 2 channels which they have been using. And then later on, when the COVID came, for example, the moment there were no trade shows, they are facing such a big challenge marketing themselves, right? And it cannot happen. This really cannot really happen, that you are just stuck with one channel, right? For example, if I talk about Sotex platform, and Sotex is a lead generation platform, it is a channel of marketing for you. Sotex does these buyer-seller meets or these networking meets. There's a buyer-seller meet just coming in some time. All of these events are channels of marketing for you. So you need to engage in these events and exhibitions. Now that is what is critical. I was talking about USPs, and I was talking about how you can be a differentiator. Sotex, I would say, I'm talking on Sotex platform, so it is interesting for me to tell you, Sotex has also got some differentiators. One, it has come out with a very important and interesting thing called Sotex Design Labs. And on these Sotex Design Labs, it can really help you cut your time of sampling from 3 weeks to 3 days, 3 hours for that matter. Such a big difference, 3 weeks to 3 hours. It is a differentiator for me. And that is what you also need to do. You need to differentiate yourself. I would, talking about Sotex, I realized there are many lead generation tools which are there. I'm talking about channels of marketing. India Mart, Trade India and all that are also lead generation tools. They are there in the market. But why Sotex is being preferred by a lot of people? Because it's a focused tool. They've got their niche market correct. They've got their niche market on textiles, right? And then they are only talking about lead generation for textiles, and that gives them success. And that is the reason why they are successful. So do you realize, do you notice that how the channels of marketing can make, the differentiation can make so much of difference? And today, the channels of marketing, we will be talking about in slightly more depth. So let's talk about the channels of marketing and how it can give you many more businesses. And let me tell you, I will ask you one question very soon. How many channels are you using? But there are conventional channels of marketing which used to be there, right? Now, initially, the conventional channels were print, okay? They were radio, they were TV, they were billboards, and they were exhibitions and networking. These are the conventional channels of marketing. People used to give radio, people used to give ads, and all that things are there, right? So Rakesh, you say, please share the buyer seller details program. Of course, Rakesh, please put in your number to the on the chat box, and we will reach out to you. We will give you the methods. Devasmita says, any channels or lead marketing for handicraft product like for Sotex? Yes, there you definitely can talk to the team. They will be able to help you, Devasmita. Okay, so Let's move forward and talk about the channels of marketing. Okay. Conventional methods are all there, done. That's awesome. Let's talk about some of the new methods which are there for the SMEs. And that these methods, so we actually did a search and we realized that there are 6 top marketing channels for SME businesses. And those 6 marketing channels can really make a difference to how you are going to get leads and will not get stuck with 1 or 2. Okay. I will be briefly talking about each one of them, not in too much of detail, but briefly. Okay. Number 1 channel is social media marketing. It has become the most important, the critical channel. Digital marketing is become very, very critical. Email marketing, very, very important has become, because in email marketing, you actually get to reach out to the people. I will briefly talk about each one of them, so don't worry. The third one is content marketing, building articles, blogs, and all that. The fourth one is pay-per-click. The pay-per-click method is where Google ads, the moment you type something on Google and there is a search results which come in, there is an ad on top, that is PPC marketing, and that also helps. And the fourth one is what we call it as the event marketing, okay, which is participating in events, exhibitions, conferences, the buyer-seller meet, the networking seat, what Sotex does, right? They are the ones, as well as the last one is getting more referrals from the customers. And do not just rely on anybody for the customer, for the referrals. Making sure that you get referrals from your customers. This is what I'm talking about. So let's understand a bit more about each one of them and you will get more sense. The first one is actually social media has become one of the most critical factors in any business these days. With the onset of pandemic like COVID, social media became the overnight success for a lot of them. A lot of people adopted social media or felt the need, but still they are not able to maximize yet. Our job is that in our businesses, we need to maximize social media because any business is getting help with social media. Do you know there are 2.7 billion, 270 crores in Indian terms, people on Facebook, 76 crore people on LinkedIn. For B2B, LinkedIn is very critical, and 1 billion users on Instagram, 100 crore people on Instagram, 2 billion, 200 crore people on YouTube. Isn't that huge? Right? So what you need to do is you need to be on social media. 78% of all small businesses now get at least 25% of their business from social media. 61% of young people refer to social media for every purchase they do. So if the social media is becoming so big, why not are we fully active? And when I say active, it doesn't mean having a Facebook page and watching videos there. You can actually promote your business big time on social media, and it is important for you. So my recommendation to you is, as per your business, you need to choose your channels wisely. Instantly, immediately choose your channels, whether it is going to be Instagram, whether it is Facebook, whether it is LinkedIn. Generally, B2B is LinkedIn, and otherwise B2C is Facebook and Instagram. Some B2Bs is also Instagram, that is there, right? Make business pages. Do not work on personal pages. Make business pages. Post regularly. As a company, you should post once every week. That's the minimum you should do, because if you're posting once every week, you are in touch with the people. And the algorithms of these social media platforms also show your ads regularly. Generate engagement with people. That is why we say give value to the people. If you give value, they will give you a better response. Build good websites and landing pages. It is a part of, I am considering websites a part within the digital marketing space. Websites can really make or break a difference. Website is your entry gate. Remember the earlier times you used to have these billboards? Your website is like an online billboard for you. People can go anytime and see your company. So you need to really make it wonderful, beautiful. This is one place, like your brand, your website, you are going to invest in, and you should invest in if you want any response from the people whom you're trying to sell. Now, why social media is important for business marketing? Let's talk about that. Okay, social media is important because it increases your brand awareness. it increases the website traffic, it engages with your audience, it generates more leads for you, and in some cases, customer service and support is also there, and the marketplace awareness. You get more and more marketplace awareness is something what happens on social media. Now, I spoke about some of the channels of marketing. Let me see how many channels you are using out of this. Okay, these are 6 channels. Type in for me in the chat box. How many channels are you using, my dear friends? Let's see. 2, 3, 4. What is that are you using? Type in for me in the chat box and let me understand where are you in your marketing success. Because if you are not using all 6 of them, you are not really getting the most of it. I see somebody, most of the people are, Kamal says 3, Sanjeev says 4, Manish says 2, Vijay Mittal says 3. There are 6 channels. So much you are leaving onto the table. You cannot afford to do that. My recommendation to you is please use all the channels. Social media is one of them. Sanjeev says, PPC, I want to understand thoroughly. Okay, you can, Sanjeev. We also run a extended training program where we do talk about PPC at depth. Ankur Sinha says, referrals only. Ankur, you need to go to 5 more channels. It is very, very important. So let's look at the next channel. From today's program, if you can basically understand that you have to use these channels, let me guarantee you, you will start thinking about that. Like Sanjeev has started thinking about PPC, and Ankur, after referrals, will start thinking about few more channels. Please do that. It is going to help you, my friends. Okay. The next channel, what I want to talk about is email marketing. Email marketing, if I talk about the textile industry, can do wonders, right? If presented your brand well, if presented your company well, it can be amazing tool for going into any kind of marketing and getting responses. Do you know what people's idea of email marketing is? Generally, when I talk to people, how do you do email marketing? The first thing they say is, sir, give me data and I will start selling them all. This is what they think about what email marketing is. My dear friends, this is not email marketing. This is not like I'm sending information that this is what I do. Email marketing is, let's see what you do on email marketing. Okay, it is one of the most essential tools for business. It is a form of direct marketing, and the best way is, it's your data. You have to develop your own data, and the reach is in your control compared to the digital marketing. So email marketing that ways can really help you take forward a lot of things. But when it talks about email marketing, what really you need to do is you need to send a lot of value emails. You need to send a lot of content about your business, setting yourself as an expert. Just to give you, I'm still staying on the t-shirt makers example, because this is one example. I have been consulting in the textile industry, and this company, when talking about t-shirt manufacturing, do you know what kind of emails that company's been sending? They have been sending emails about how do you really create great quality t-shirts? What are the 5 steps to create some good knitwear products? What kind of yarn to use in this? They are giving knowledge like this. People are getting value from that what kind of things do I need to choose? So my request to you is, always remember that you are using emails for not active selling, but just building your image. If I talk about you should use email, simple email marketing is image building and not selling. 1 in 11 mails, now that is a standard rule. 1 in 11 mails should be the for selling. The 10 mails should only be about that people's benefit, and that is something which is very, very critical for you. Email marketing as a tool of image building, right? So work on image building or email marketing list over a period of time. That is something which is very, very critical. Some of you, like Kamal, has posted a question, and a couple of you others have posted a question. Please put it in the Q&A box. There is a Q&A box, and I will be done with my session in just about maybe 15 minutes maybe. So we will then take up all the questions. There are a lot of things which I need to talk to you right now. Okay. So email marketing is done. Now let's talk about pay-per-click. Many of you said, somebody said Pay-per-click is what I want to know, right? Sanjeev Gill said, I want to know more about pay-per-click. Pay-per-click is, incidentally, it looks like pay. The moment the word comes pay, it looks like, you know what, it must be costly. Incidentally, pay-per-click is the one of the most interesting methods what a SME can use. Okay. I was finding this thing on Google today. Okay. I said workstation. And the moment I said workstation, immediately there you see there are top ads which came on like this. This is called pay-per-click marketing. But the interesting part about this and why this is so good for SMEs is you will not pay till the time somebody clicks this link. Okay, so of course you have to bid to be on the top, but you will not pay until somebody clicks. So this is what we call it as pay per click. And once they click, they automatically go onto your website. So on website, you can make them do whatever you want, right? You can make them tell about you, tell about themselves, or make a sale for that matter. So PPC, if used wisely, can really make a difference. So what is a PPC? As I said, advertisers pay each time a user clicks on their online ads. And the search engines which are used for this is Google ads, Bing ads, etc. The ads go on top of the search results, but it doesn't happen just like that. If you do not have a good website, the search results will not appear on top. The search results, the ads you get is a combination of your bidding price on the keyword, and second thing is your website search engine optimization. A combination of these two is actually which brings your ad on top of PPC. Today I was putting something and I realized my friend is in UPVC Windows. I put UPVC Windows in Gurgaon and suddenly UPVC Windows appeared on top. Amazing. That's what happened. And that company appeared on top because they had paid for a bidding price of UPVC Windows in Gurgaon. But if I don't click it, I don't pay. If I click, I pay. But then the moment I click, I go on their website straight away. Isn't that a good strategy? That is what I am. That is what is PPC. And that is what you need to also think about. So start learning about PPC, my friends. It can be a great tool for you. And the next tool I want to talk about is creating content, right? When I say creating content, which means something which you are giving value to. Simple post on your business page stating that how can you make this better in your life. Okay, I saw somebody speaking about, like the t-shirt company I was talking about. They were talking about what are the 3 ways in which you can make great quality t-shirts. He was giving value and knowledge to the people. That's what you need to do. You need to write articles. You need to build good content. You need to write blogs. The blogs can be written on your website, which builds a lot of search engine optimization for your company, as well as you need to also write some LinkedIn articles and all that. It gives you a lot of leverage, and every time you do something like that, you are found on the net. It can really help you. 80% of your posts should be customer benefit, and then 20% only for the promotion. That is a very, very critical strategy in any business, and you also must adopt it. 80-20 rule applies in content also. So please engage yourself in building some good quality content which can really help you promote your business, and people will automatically come to you because you will set yourself as an expert. People will come to you. Let me tell you, with this strategy, people will automatically start approaching you on LinkedIn and on Facebook and all that. You won't have to go much places. Just you want is that you need to use this, and you need to use the right kind of hashtags which can really get you going. So after creating content, the 5th channel of marketing, what I want to talk about is trade shows, events, exhibitions. Yes, for most of the business owners, till a long time, trade shows has become one of the critical methods in marketing. And it is indeed one of the critical methods in marketing. Always remember that you need to try and see what kind of an industry trade show with regards to your industry which is happening. Participate in trade shows regularly. It can get you a lot of leads. It can give you a lot of visibility. It can give you a product information about whether my product is liked by people or not. It can give you key insights on the technology which is coming in the industry, what kind of competition you have. Trade shows can actually help you excel forward. Most of it, like a lot of you said, 2 or 3 or 4 methods of channels you are adopting or you have adopted. I'm sure trade show is one of them. But in the past, in the pandemic, the trade shows have not been happening for the past 1.5 years. And that is where the need of some of the other methods which has actually come in. And what are these methods? These methods is, I was talking to you some time back, is the kind of buyer-seller meet what Sotex is organizing. This is one place where the focus buyers in the garment industry, the women wear as well as the men's wear, 2 different events which are being planned, where buyers from Europe, entire Europe and Middle East are going to come in. This event is happening next month. So talk to, talk to Sonil, talk to Sotex team. They will be able to guide you is what this event is all about and how can you really get buyers from this. So participate in these events and exhibitions which are happening. It can be a continuous source of great leads for you. And after we've spoken about the 5th channel, which is the participating in events and exhibitions, now let's talk about the channel which is called as the referral marketing, which means telling your customers to refer you more. And that can again be a wonderful strategy. A lot of time, now there is a problem here, by the way, my friends. A lot of times we rest on the fact that our customers will automatically refer me because I've done a good job for them. They will automatically refer me. My friends, your customers are busy. Your customers are so themselves busy in your day-to-day schedule. They don't remember their own task. How will they remember to give you a referral? Yes, after a year or 2 years, if somebody says, you know what, sir, do you know somebody who does like this? They will probably refer you because you did a good job. But why wait for that call, right? Why can't you make sure that you are getting referrals regularly? A perfect referral marketing strategy involves reaching out to the customers every 3 months, every 5 months, by one way or the other. Any bahana, what you need to do, you need to reach out to the customer and ask them if they can refer you if they found their service is good. I am sure every customer whom you have given a good service, they will remember you and they would like to refer you. You need to make sure that you need to make referrals an automatic process and not wait for the referrals. In our extended training programs, we do talk in depth about this strategy. And if all of you will have, let's say 100, 200 customers, my request to you, open a separate person, okay? Have a separate person just focusing on getting business from your current customers or the referrals received from the customers. Your more than 30% of business will only come from this stream. I can guarantee you. And you have not activated this channel. Please do that. After talking about these 6 methods of marketing, let me quickly review. Okay, let me quickly show you the screen. And as I said, there's some things what you need to click. This is again one thing what you need to click. Look at these 6 channels of marketing and make sure that you are using each one of them so that you can get more and more leads in your business. Differentiate yourself, which is very, very critical. And now, before I close, I should be closing in the next 2 to 3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, and then let's take up questions from people. Okay, 4 pillars of customer success. What you need, anybody needs. Okay, number 1, the customers will give you more business once you understand them really well. When you give them the highest quality, once you deliver systems, employees, and processes, everything is focused on them. And when every single thing is integrated into a perfect delivery mechanism, you will get some amazing response from your customers only if you give them a wonderful service. And do you know what kind of customers? Like I said, there are only 3 kinds of people for marketing. There are only 2 kinds of customers to take care of when servicing. Okay, in customer service, there are only 2 kinds. Let me tell you, internal and external. And why am I bringing this topic? Because this also makes or breaks your marketing strategy. What are these internal and external customers? Internal customers are actually your employees. If you keep them happy, if your relationship with your employees is good, they are going to take care of your customers. If they feel valued, they will enjoy coming back to work, and they are going to make sure that their attitude towards their customers is really, really good, and they will bring good business. Let's talk about the external customers. That is basically the customers you have. Now, these people, you need to make sure that you are delivering a legendary customer service, so consistent and smooth that customer comes back to you every single time. And neglecting great customer service can actually have dire consequences. So my dear friends, a lot of people who are not doing a great customer service after getting business and not reaching out to them for referrals, it is actually a losing strategy. You need to make sure that you are extraordinary. I'm talking about differentiation. A great customer service can be a great differentiator in any marketing strategy. And my request to you is, now that we have spoken about all these channels and all these laws of marketing, I would request that make marketing a habit. Make marketing a proper practice. Now, what all things you need to do? Allocate dedicated each time each week in towards your marketing strategy. Let's say you decide every Thursday, today, for example, at 5 p.m. you are here, right? Let's decide Thursday 5 p.m. for you is your marketing time, right? Always be there. What? Thursday 5 p.m. is SOTEX time. You can make sure that any other time is one dedicated 2 hours practically is for marketing. Learn more and more things possible about marketing. Take help from experts in marketing. I do take a lot of trainings on marketing, so I can certainly help. Find a balance with channels of marketing. Now, this is important. What channels work for you and what channels do not? Please find a balance. Allocate budgets to spend on your marketing. Do not cut corners in budgets. If you cut corners, you are not going to get responses. Don't wait for the business. Go grab it. If you're cutting corners, if you're not reaching out to your people, to your customers, it is like cutting corners. Never cut the corners. With this, we come to an end of the session today. But before that, I want to talk about just 2 things. I want to talk about, in my business as a marketing consultant, what challenges I address. I address people who are facing too much competition. I work with them. I'm a marketing consultant and a trainer, and I work with people who are facing too much competition, who are not able to expand to new markets. Their business pipeline is drying up, or they have a challenge adopting new marketing methods or customer service. If you have, or you know someone who is facing these kind of challenges, I can help them with a customized consulting, which I do for the companies. Along with that, I also run a series of training programs. Okay, I do a 5-week training program, and one such training program is coming up next month, and I cover 5 modules in this training. 5 laws of marketing to transform your business, understanding top channels of marketing. There's something which I spoke in just 10 minutes. I do 2-hour sessions, building a marketing strategy for your company and how to use marketing tools effectively, learning the top tools of marketing live and use them in effective marketing. So I talk about lead management, I talk about websites, I talk about digital marketing, I talk about all these tools, and then understanding the customer buying behavior and how to close more business. These are the top 5 tools which I handle, trainings I take, and these are the top challenges I handle for the people. And with this, it's just about an hour. I would like to thank you all for being patient listeners to this particular session. And yes, I am now willing to check with you one thing before I actually hand it over to Sonal. I want to check with you all one thing. What is one thing you are going to change, do differently after this particular session? Type in for me in the chat box. What is one thing which you are going to do differently after going out of this training session on marketing? Sanjeev, I can have your thank you so much, but I first want to know what is one thing which you are going to change in your business. PPC. Sanjeev says that I want to work on PPC. Okay, I want to hear from others as well. What are you thinking? What are other things? What is that you want to change? Okay, Kamal Shah says I want to include all the marketing laws. Sanjeev says I want to include referrals. Okay, Ankur Sinha says work on other channels of marketing. Ankur, you're using only one. Okay, Ramesh Podar says I want to get serious on marketing. Wonderful. Sakshi Kathak says connecting with you after the session. All right, Sakshi, please feel free. Not a problem. So all of you, please write. If you write here, you are going to work on it. I can guarantee you. Right? One thing, because the moment you write it with your fingers, it is going to get inscribed in your mind. And that inscription will make you do these things. Okay. So with this, I want to hand it over to Sonal. Sonal, the session is over. And before I finish this, I know that you have been very, very active and aggressive in marketing. And this is something which I really, really commend about Sotex and how well planned you're planning the whole marketing. Thank you so much, Sonal, once again, for being on the platform and letting me talk to the people of the industry. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gagan, for sharing the complete valuable insight on the marketing. And I bet with you all guys that marketing is one of the key assets when you want to, go out and build your business vertical in the world. Because unless you do the market, unless customers knows about you, people don't realize you, people don't see you, they don't trust you. And to build that trust, marketing is that very important tool that you all have to figure it out. So Gagan has shared about two verticals here that I want to just take about a moment by just sharing about these two verticals. First of all, Team Sotex has shared a feedback form in which you can leave out your contact details and inputs in case if you want to reach out to Gagan. So there is a feedback form which has been shared with you, and we will roll it out on the things. And we'll connect you together with Gagan. There's a very important initiative that we've just launched in association with 10 times. And I'm happy to share about the details which Gagan has just shared with you. So this is an initiative wherein we are collaborating with 10 times and we are bringing a global buyer-seller meet. And this event is planned for only women and men manufacturers and exporters. This event is planned on the 13th and the 14th of September. It's a 2-day event. On the first day, for the women, whosoever is participating in the women's category, on the first day, you get to meet 200 plus buyers from Middle East area. Yes, from Middle East area, there will be 200 buyers. And they will be coming and visiting this event. The event is only for 5 hours. And on the second day, it is going to be from Europe. There will be buyers. There will be a minimum of 200 buyers which will be coming and visiting this event. We are doing a subsequent event for menswear category. And this is going to be on September 20th and 21st. Again, a 2-day event. First day, it is going to be from the Middle East buyers, and the second day is going to be European buyers. And there is something very exclusive about the event that Sotex, along with 10 times, is going to guarantee you. It's going to guarantee you 10 buyer meetings in that event. 10 buyers meetings we are going to be guaranteeing you through the verified from our verified database, that these are going to be genuine buyers who will come and connect with you on a live video calls. So it's an opportunity that we have created. It's a very, very unique opportunity that we are creating it out. And this is only for men and women manufacturers, for them to come and understand this opportunity. So this is going to be there. The link, Sotex team has just shared the feedback link. And in that feedback link itself, in case if you're interested and you would like to know more about this, please leave your contact details with us, and Team Sotex will roll out the complete information to you by tomorrow. This is very limited. We are only inviting only 20 manufacturers in both the category. For in the women's category, we are inviting only 20 manufacturers, and in the men's category, we are inviting 20 manufacturers. So this is very, very exclusive, and this is the first time that we are just guaranteeing that Sotex is going to make you connect to this to the buyers in that particular initiative. The only area that we want is we want companies to have a track record of at least 5 years in manufacturing and export base, because these are going to be very exclusive and filtered by the buyers that we are inviting. So we want the suppliers also and the vendors, the export manufacturers also to have their complete set of knowledge and understanding of how to deal in the international market. So this is a unique initiative that we are building it up. The link, as I mentioned out to you, the details on have not been released properly. We would be releasing out the complete detail by tomorrow. We will send out to you all through emails and WhatsApps, so you can have a look. And in case if you want to have any detailed understanding, please reach out to us. So this is one of the events where your company can have access to the new markets. If you are already working in Middle East market, you get access to the European market and the buyers. And if you are doing in the European market, vice versa. And if you are aware of both the markets, if you're already working in both the markets, so it is going to be an opportunity for you to expand in those markets with a higher set of numbers. So with this, I once again say thanks to Gagan for coming and sharing his valuable insights. Gagan is already part of Team Sotex. He heads Sotex Connect Vertical, and today I had the opportunity of introducing him and also sharing much more details, which normally is an area headed by Gagan. So thank you, Gagan, for giving me this opportunity once again. And to all the members who are still in the room, thank you so much for giving your valuable time, coming and attending this particular event. Should you like to know more about the new initiative that Sotex is doing on the Global Buyer Seller Meet, please feel free to reach out to us. Yes, I just get a message on a personal window on the panel is that why are we not doing it for the fabric people? Yes, this is an initiative. We want to roll it out for the women's and the men's category, because that is a very, very focused category, and we know that we will be able to do a justice by bringing the right set of buyers in the room. Once we are, post the first set of buyer seller meet for the men's and the women's category, we will definitely reach out and make some suitable set of events even for the fabrics and trims manufacturers. Thank you for sharing your concern, and we will definitely take it in the phase-wise manner. We intend to do this, so please feel free to stay tuned with us, and we will share you more details about it. Lastly, we had also launched another initiative last month, which was Sotex Design Lab in association with Tukatech. That was also one of the very big important initiative in the textile and the fashion landscape, where the mills and the manufacturers can come together. So mills have the chances of reaching out to higher set of designers and manufacturers get to design new set of products without spending money. We had already shared about this information earlier in the session. So in case if you want to have a demo, or you want to reach out, or you want to understand more about the application, please reach out to us. Sotex also has launched this event, this particular initiative, at one of the lowest costs in the world. So trust me, this is an application which is a game changer, where you can backtrack the complete design and development cost. So that is one of the unique things about this. So with this, I think that we are almost towards the end. Gagan, any closing comments before we can wrap up this session?
I would like to answer one question from Kamal Shah. He said, is it worth doing email marketing if we just started and don't have enough customer data? Yes, Kamal, I would highly recommend that even if you have 20 people in your email base, please consistently reach out to them, tell them and post them whenever you meet new set of people, you keep adding their email IDs into that, and keep continue the data. And the best part is that from lower base you can start, which is a safer zone, and after that you can keep forward. Any good content when you send, which is not a hard sell, even senior people will like it. And somebody who's not liking it, they can always unsubscribe. You could always do it from MailChimp and all that. If they unsubscribe, that's okay. But people who have not unsubscribed, which means they are willing to receive information. So keep doing that and keep building a database over a period of time. That's my suggestion to you. Right. With this,
Gagan, there is one more question coming in from Shreya, where she's asked what is the program cost, which you just highlighted about the 5 programs, okay, 5 sessions.
Yes. So this program is it is starting in the middle of September. It's going to be on a Wednesday evening at 6:30 p.m. That's the time. The program is about 2 hours, 90 minutes of the session and 30 minutes of Q&A, and 5 training sessions, which I will be taking. I usually take as a part of the program. And this total cost of this program is 7,500, 7,499 actually, plus GST is the total cost of this particular program. And yes, you can always reach out to the team Sotex. Fill this form, please. And I see Ankit, Devasmita, and Sakshi. You've shown interest in the thing. Please fill this form, and we'll be more than happy to give you more information about it.
Thank you so much, everyone, for sparing your valuable time and the day today with us. And we would be officially closing this session. Stay in tune with us. Next week, we have a session again with Gagan and Sandeep. This is on the export growth. Do join us, and do tell your friends and business associates to come and understand the potential of business growth through 7 unbelievable ways of building up your exports. Yes. So that's the vertical we're building on. And with this, I officially close today's session. Thank you so much, very much, everyone, from joining us for today's marketing session. Thank you. Thank you so much, Gagan.
Bye-bye. Bye. Thank you so much.
Bye.